Proverbs has been historically been described as the book of wisdom. What's it mean to be wise? It's not necessarily being intelligent. It's not about being the smartest guy or gal in the room, having a PhD in theology or being an astrophysicist. It's more like an individual walking along the precipice of a cliff who sees the danger below and walks with caution. Or as you look out onto the Grand Canyon or Horseshoe Canyon in Arizona, you have a sense of wonder and awe and amazement at how beautiful or majestic something is. Wisdom is like that. Wisdom is understanding how the ways of the world work and then being able to recognize how you should live your life. As the theologian Johnny Cash said, I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. Similarly, Solomon writes about that very thing in Proverbs 2. Incline your heart, or Proverbs 4 as you're reading this week. Guard your heart, for it's the wellspring of life. Throughout our time in Proverbs, my prayer for you is that your heart, the emotional, spiritual control center of your life, will be yielded to God and His ways, which starts with chapter 1, verse 7. Chapter 1, verse 7 is the key verse to interpret the rest of Proverbs. It's a summary statement, if you will, because you see the interconnectedness between wisdom and God. What does chapter 1, verse 7 say? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of all knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is one of those Christian phrases that oftentimes we say, but we're not really sure we know. To be scared or terrified as people in heights, speaking in public, or snakes, no, it's not talking about that type of fear. Fear of the Lord has more to do with reverence and awe. When you see or experience something and there's a profound sense of, wow, this is amazing, this is majestic, this is spectacular. That's how we should view God and His ways, with a deep respect, reverential awe that inspires us to believe and follow Him. In fact, in Proverbs, there are two types of people. The wise, who understand they live in God's world, that He's sovereign, powerful, that His truth and His ways are what defines the world that we live in. And our appropriate response is to yield and surrender and follow Him. The second person in the book of Proverbs is the fool, who doesn't believe and embrace and follow God and His ways. The fool and the wise person. Wisdom is not simply a matter of learning and applying certain principles of life and then appropriating them mechanistically. Wisdom begins with a relationship with God. It begins with seeing Jesus as the all-wise one. So being wise, according to the Bible, is not simply embracing, applying more principles and life lessons. That's moralism and being religious. Jesus didn't come to make us more moral or make us more religious. He came to make us new. He came to change us, which starts in our hearts as we see Him as God, understand His provision in His Son Jesus, and then follow Him with His truth as revealed in the Bible. That's wisdom. Seeing, believing God is awesome, right, good, powerful, and for you, and then believing, trusting, and following after the person and work of Jesus, who is wisdom personified. So my prayer is that your time with Jesus and the Word would create and help you to be all in with Jesus and His truth, His ways, and here's my prayer from chapter 3, verses 3 through 4, that you would adorn your life, decorate your life with steadfast love and faithfulness. Bind them around your neck, write them on your heart so that you'll have favor and success with God and your fellow man and your fellow woman. Happy reading, praying for you by name throughout the month of January. Take care.